LargoHighSchool.net. One more time, fool.
Hey, if you like what you see, subscribe, like, and share.
In the DMV and we work. The podcast cool, but they not like us. Talking real DC, so what's up? Hey, from DG to Moco, fly shit, go from Southside to Oco.
What's going on, good people? And welcome to Foote's Tuesday. Foote's Tuesday is a podcast I put together once I realized that the homies was coming over every Tuesday to partake in some adult libations like this one given to me by my man Kwame, as we talk shit and we get lit about basketball. And occasionally we have a guest. Yo, but not just any guest. We're talking about Maryland's royalty, the DMV's finest basketball coaches, as well as its up-and-coming stars. But before I tell you about the star that's here on the south side of Washington, D.C., that's sitting in the big chair, let me salute All Stars Investments. And now, from Largo High School, Terrance Clarks.
How y'all doing?
Gee. First of all, my friend, thank you for doing this.
Oh, man, it's
I know I pressed you out.
Oh, no. It's for the coaches. It's for the coaches.
My
so
man.
We all in.
Exactly.
We all in.
So I was surprised that you would even come out, man, because as a guy who held you below your scoring average, as a guy that used to shut you down. Come on, T.
Cap.
There we go. So for you to come out and grace us with your presence, man, I think that's dope as hell, man.
I appreciate you having me, man.
Absolutely.
Real talk.
So I want to really get right into it.
Okay.
Now, anything associated with All Met, okay, is an honor.
Yes.
And it means that you are one of the best players, not just in your high school, but we're talking about in Maryland.
Yeah. That 95 was a crazy year. I mean, you had Lewis Bullock, Andrew Calabria, Frank McQueen, Mike Gill.
Exactly.
It's more. And if I'm leaving anybody out, I'm sorry, but I mean, Willie Bullock, Terrence Hood. I mean, you loaded.
Yeah. Sure.
For the private schools to the public schools, loaded.
So is it like a blow to your ego that you're not All Met, that you're not like, that you're honorable mentioned?
Oh, I mean, just thinking about that class, man, you got to remember, I started playing basketball, pretty much high school, 11th grade.
Okay.
Before that, I didn't.
Yeah.
Played a little bit, in the neighborhood, but I didn't go out until 11th grade. So a lot of those guys had been playing 6, 7, you know what I mean?
And then here you are.
Well, growth spurt and athleticism. There you go. Growth spurt and athleticism, and kind of got me where once I added the skill set to that, became different.
So the honorable mention, I'm pretty sure it's just something in the paper, but in the community of basketball, how they treat you?
Oh, pretty good, man. To be mentioned with those guys, and also, real quick, also was a McDonald's All-American in '95 too. Didn't play in the game, but I was a McDonald's All-American. Put that out there. I got the whole little certificate just in case. I keep receipts, just to let you know.
My man say I keep receipts.
But just being mentioned with those guys, and then that '95 McDonald's game with Stephon Marbury, all of those, Kevin Garnett, all of those guys.
Yeah.
So to be mentioned with those guys, having started later than everybody else was a big deal.
I started later as well, man, but my accolades ain't necessarily. I think mine's still in the mail.
Man, but we had a good team, man, at Largo. I mean, literally none of us averaged over 15 points a game.
Talk about that Largo team.
Oh man, so all right. We got my brother Ronte Britton.
Okay.
We got a
I
Sean
was wondering if
Johnson.
you were going to mention my man.
Brian Carson. Man, we had a mob that was just so balanced.
Okay.
Like every day, almost every game, it was a different leading scorer. And we started the season out 0-2 that year in '95. We went up to Baltimore and played against it was called the Function at the Junction at Coppin.
Okay.
And we played against Southern and Lake Clifton. And they were ranked top 5 in the country.
Wow.
And we took 2 L's. Plus, we wasn't, we come from the county. We done went to the city of Baltimore. And, we get hyped a little bit. They be like, oh, y'all don't know where y'all at. And we was like, yeah, you right. We're going to go ahead and tone that down a little bit. We ain't got no security with us. We just got a bus, and the bus driver ain't trying to drive fast.
Right.
But after that, then we ran off, man. I want to say like 20 straight games. We ran them off, and we didn't make it to Cole, because at then the championship was at Cole Fieldhouse.
Okay.
And we lost to High Point after we beat them twice in the regular season.
And they say that, though, that it's difficult to
beat them a third time.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna say this: the coach at High Point, he was a sucker.
Oh.
We beat him at High Point. He ain't shake none of our hands. He left. And we like 16, 17, so we forever got beef with that coach. I can't remember his name.
Oh man, I wish you had his
but
name.
Dexter Martin at High Point, Nicky Edmonds. So they had a mob too, and then they had Sarek or something. It was like a foreign exchange student. He was like 6'7", could shoot.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we didn't get it done. So we were all kind of disappointed in that, but we still had a great season.
But 20 in a row.
Yeah.
What was your role in that 20 and 0?
Well, a little bit of everything, man. Like, defense, offense, get buckets, don't get buckets. Set a pick for Ronte so he can come across and do some post moves.
My man.
We had a point guard that was a whiz with the basketball, and we pressed. Like we almost the whole game we was pressing.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. They used to have a rumor. I think the Crossland coach at the time said that we don't practice. We just play games all day in practice.
Right.
We was like track team. Nobody could stay with us.
Get up and go.
Yep.
That's the Wizards now. Anyway, we're gonna talk about that anyway. But me and my buddy Mark, we went to Bowie.
Okay.
And we had some cute girls out there. This all had nothing to do with basketball. We got to throw this in there. We always, for some odd reason, we always thought that Largo had the baddest ladies, man.
I'll say this. I ended up marrying a girl.
A Largo Lion? Oh my God!
Yes. My wife now was a Largo Lion. Yes.
Oh my God! Are you serious?
Yes.
Very
Lioness.
Same Lioness. There we go.
A lioness?
Yeah, I don't want no smoke, Lioness.
So this is the only So I'm the one thing I say this all the time. The one thing I love about doing this podcast is researching you guys, you legends. I don't care what you say. You guys, the stats, man. But one thing I couldn't figure out is your college career. Did you go to 3 different colleges?
Yep, 3 different colleges in 4 years.
Wow.
All right, long story. Yeah. Had the SAT scores, but the offers I was getting, I had like Drake University. I was in like Iowa. I was like, nah.
Okay. Honorable mention at Drake.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I decided to go to junior college for a year. I was what they call, I think it was called a predictor or whatever. So I only had to do that 1 year, and I could leave right after.
Got you.
So I ended up going there. I made a JUCO All-American at Newberry College. Doesn't even exist
Talk
anymore.
Your shit, T.
In Brookline, Mass.
Talk your shit.
And then from there, I got a full ride to Northeastern University.
Okay.
Lonnie Harrell took me on my recruiting visit.
Oh yeah.
Lonnie Harrell took me on my recruiting visit to Northeastern. I don't even know if he remembers. But and he was one of my favorite players, regardless. 6'7", can handle the ball, shoot. There was nothing on the court he couldn't do.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to, do a little bit of everything. Jack of all trades, master of none.
Right.
Then from there,
But you had a long career because of that. But we'll get into that.
All right. But so long story short, I played at Northeastern for a year. And I've always been a gym rat. Like first one in the gym, last one to leave. That's just the way. That's the only reason I became who I became. Wasn't playing a lot. And no matter what I was doing, it wasn't affecting me getting in the game.
Okay.
Until like the last part of the season, and then I started playing. We started winning.
Okay.
So then I go to all the schools have an exit interview, and I wasn't being arrogant by any stretch of the imagination. But he was like, "All right, Clark, when you come back, you're gonna be in the same spot you were in this year." I'm like, "Yo, I'm like 10th man."
Right.
Nah, I didn't go. He said, "Do you have any questions?" I said, "To be honest, I think I'm too good to be sitting on your bench."
Come on.
Mama Clark always told me, "Speak up."
Mama said that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So once I did, then I made the decision to leave.
Yeah.
And it was a tough one because now it ain't like now where I could go play Division I right away.
Absolutely.
I would have had to leave and sit. So I had other Division I schools, and then Northeastern put a clause because I was gonna go to Towson, and they said I couldn't transfer to anybody in that conference.
Wow.
Yeah, so I ended up, I was like, what I'm gonna do? So I went on a couple.
So many restrictions in that.
But
era.
now, I mean, they got it good now. As soon as you leave, you can play right away.
Yeah.
And so I ended up transferring down to Division II school called Glenville State.
Okay.
And I was 9th in the country in scoring. Made first team All-American there. And then from there, tried out for a couple league teams, didn't stick. Tried out in the minor leagues a little bit. Played at USBL.
How did that go? Everybody in DC played in the USBL.
Because this is just a...
What year was this?
This was 2000. And then from there, I ended up going out to a camp in Utah. And it was hosted by Delaney Rudd, who played in the NBA for a while, but he also played in Europe. And I did really well at that camp. Went out there by myself, worked out, tried out, and then ended up getting an agent who was the same age as me, and he just wanted a chance. You know what I mean? And then the rest was history. Ended up playing
for you or for him. The rest was
both
history.
of us.
Wow.
Both of us. He got big time clients now.
Okay.
And I was his first guy. You know what I mean? He was
Come
21.
On, talk your shit,
he came up to me. He was like, "Look, I don't have any clients. I'm out here. If you take a chance on me, I'm gonna have you a deal before the camp's over." And when Sunday ended, I had a deal.
Let's backtrack just a little bit because
Okay.
I wanted to ask you this question. Because you kind of a historian.
Mm-hmm.
Largo's top 5.
Well, I'm not gonna put myself in.
Oh, come on.
I'm humble. I'm not doing that. Now if you bring somebody else here, hopefully they be like, "Oh yeah, he can do it."
He got behind.
But Mario Miller off the top. You know Mario?
I don't know Mario.
Crossover, left to right, right to left, give you whatever you want. End up going to Bethune-Cookman.
Okay.
Arnett, rest in peace. He passed away. He's probably like 6'5", dunking off the vert, smacking boy. You got Don Reed, who played in the NBA.
Absolutely.
My personal favorite was a guy named Saeed. Because he was like 6'5", but he was just athletic, playing out of position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just a monster. Then you have
Don Brassfield mentioned him.
Yeah.
When I told him I was having you on the show, he said, Saeed.
Yes.
He just kept saying, Saeed.
He was nasty. I mean, just dunk on you straight face like, crazy. So I think that's 5.
That's 4.
That's 4.
Or unless you.
I'm gonna say Ronte Britton.
Oh,
I'm talking my talk. Ronte Britton, top 5 all time.
Oh, my man.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
There you go.
My man.
They asked, and hopefully one of them will be like, "Hey,
wow,
you got
Ronte, that man put you in the top 5 of all time.
Top 5.
That's my man. We bump together on a regular basis. That's my man. So I'm with it.
Yeah, okay. I'm confident in that 5.
To do what?
It might be against anybody.
Oh!
In prime? In a prime? As long as I can be 6th or 7th man on that squad, I'm good.
Okay, now you're gonna put yourself.
I'm good.
That's
6th or 7th man.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah.
Later on, I might go ahead and put me back in there.
You are one of those guys, man, that held the city down, held the DMV down, that don't necessarily get the pub to me that you should be getting. We're talking about you. We're talking about Eric Poole. We're talking about guys.
Another joker that was with High Point 2 before him. Graduated in 94. Oh, I'm gonna be upset. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But he's nice. He ended up going to UNC Wilmington.
Okay.
And I think he came out in either 93 or 95.
Yeah.
But he was nice too.
But you guys don't get that same pub that maybe a Lonnie Harrell would or a Moochie Norris would. But y'all are representing overseas and y'all playing pro basketball.
Yeah.
Just because it's not the NBA doesn't mean that it's not pro basketball. And y'all playing against the best in the world, man.
I know, but you still get that respect from your peers. If I see Lonnie, hey, what's going on?
Okay.
It's still a respect thing, man. It's not. It's as long as as far as just hoopers.
Yeah.
It's a mutual respect. Man.
I appreciate you saying that.
You know what I mean? I don't need all that other stuff, man. I see them, they see me. We know we both can boogie.
Yeah. But that's dope though. So that's not me, somebody who wanted to ball, to say, man, Terrance, he ain't make it to the league. He was a bum. That's not me saying that.
Yeah.
Your peers are saying, shh, this man is a bucket.
Yeah.
So that's dope. Man.
And another thing too, man. I know a lot of times people think just because you didn't go to the NBA, that it was sort of a failure.
Right.
No, it's not, man. Anytime you get to continue doing what you love to do for whatever period of time it is, it's a success, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not necessarily that fame part. You know, the fame part is what get a lot of people in trouble. But, you know what I mean? The whole longevity, being able to tell your story, being able to teach the kids right and wrong. I may not be able to tell you how to get to the league, but I can tell you there's another path you can take to be just as successful. You know what I mean? And continue to do what you dreamed of doing.
And do you think the best miss the league or do the best make the league?
A little bit of both. I'm going to say a little bit of both. I think Lonnie should have been in there. Like, period.
I don't think the best ever make the league.
Some do.
Sometimes.
They don't get it wrong all the time. I would say 25% of the time they get it wrong. You know, and it could be from outside influences. No, Victor Page should have been in the league.
Well, I just think a lot of the best make steps that doesn't get them in the league.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm. Yeah. So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you say 25%, I think it's more like 75% of the best don't make the league.
But is it based on something they did?
It's a mixture of both.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But
the powers that be.
Oh yeah. There's certain people they don't want it.
The bulk of the best. You don't see them in no sports league, in no game.
Facts. But then,
baseball, football, basketball.
Facts. Now AI without John Thompson. You know, but he had somebody to vouch for him. He got a little lucky, and it involves luck though.
Yeah,
I mean,
but look how good
anytime
he
you're
was.
Yeah,
Look how
absolutely.
good he was, and for that to involve a little luck, come on now.
But you got to be lucky though.
But that 25%,
be lucky.
you saying 25%, I respect that because the 75% are meant to be there.
Yeah.
So they're not making a whole bunch of mistakes.
But the one and done rule is a mistake. I'll speak on that a little bit. I think that's more of us trying to keep us from becoming millionaires.
Okay.
College basketball was losing money, and they were like, "Hey man, I gotta do something." Because to be honest, I don't remember anything I learned freshman year of college.
Okay.
Not a single thing. I can't even remember a class. And I went, you know what I mean? But transferring that to life, college is a bubble. You know what I mean?
And it's only what the NFL and the NBA.
Yeah. Well, the NFL it's a physical thing.
Okay.
Like you know, coming in as a freshman, you might be 6'2", 185, and then you leave, you 6'2", 255. So that's a little different. But the NBA, man, it's about skill. Yeah. You don't have to be the biggest, the strongest. Yeah. But if you can put that thing in a basket, you know.
Yeah. What else? What else you need to do?
Exactly.
Let's talk about you going overseas and making a career out of basketball. You having the ability to afford whatever it is that you wanted. Your lifestyle, which you don't drink, you don't smoke. You a dancing machine. Good God,
gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? Gotta do something.
You will cut them up.
If you put some music on, I can boogie. That's for sure.
But talk about your pro career.
Oh man, so my first contract offer was Iceland.
Damn.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't take it.
Okay.
But it would have been a good opportunity because it probably could have helped me as far as coaching. Because they wanted me to coach a youth team while I was playing. And you know, at 21, you ain't coaching them kids, man, you crazy? I'm trying to hoop. You know, but hindsight 2020, that's one of the ones I wish I would have took. Because then it could have led to something else later. You know, but like I said, hindsight is always 2020. From there, took my first one in France.
Okay.
Actually, let me back up. I did a half a season in Argentina on a tour team. And being single in Argentina, I wasn't ready.
God almighty.
Wasn't ready.
Come on, talk about it. I know you married. I know
That's offline.
Okay.
That's offline. But I wasn't ready for that. At 21, I wasn't ready for that.
God almighty.
But yo, so I got my first contract in France, and it was in the Normandy region, like the war region from World War II. So it was a lot of that over there. And France is different. The soccer games, they would be at the soccer games until like 9 o'clock, and then after halftime of our game, everybody came to our games. Okay. So for the first hour and a half, it was
nobody.
Yeah, it was us. You know what I mean? And then after that, they come in with all the little noise things and everything, and it was. I like the experience, man. The hardest part about being overseas is being over there by yourself. Yeah, that's the hardest part, because if you can play, man, that translates everywhere. You know what I mean? But it's just you have a 40-point game. You got call home. Hey, it ain't on TV or nothing, but yeah, I had 40.
I put that work in.
Yeah, I dropped 40, but and y'all couldn't see it, you know. And then it's still 5 p.m. over here. It's midnight over there, so you know. And then
I tell you about it tomorrow.
exactly. So man, France was lovely. Germany was lovely.
Yeah, bad.
Basketball is still young in Germany. Like they like it, but soccer is like the main staple over there in Europe, except for Greece.
Okay.
Greece basketball is the #1 sport in the world.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a little tidbit you ain't know.
Yeah,
you ain't put that in your
notes.
notes.
I would think Greece. I would think Lithuania. I would think countries like that.
Yep.
Basketball is.
Soccer in Lithuania.
Okay.
Yeah, it's soccer in Lithuania.
Oh,
But like food was okay.
Yeah. Are you adventurous with that?
Well, they had that escargot, which was snails. Yeah, they missed me all day with that. I told them to take me to McDonald's.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. It's like pasta stuff like that. Yeah, I'm cool, but I'm good with the insects and bugs. I'm not one of those guys. You know how my stomach is set up, and it ain't gonna work.
Royale.
Yeah, there you go. Royale with cheese. There you go.
So the guys you play with over there, I mean, anybody notable?
Older guys though. David Rivers was still playing when I was over there. Ron Anderson, they played for the Sixers. And then there was a few guys that they might have had. Like I played against what is his name? Played in North Carolina. He was a shooter. He graduated in '93. Dante Calabria.
Calabria.
Yeah, he was over there. Keith Van Horn for like a second. I don't even know why he was over there though. Yeah, he did like it was weird. Like he was over there, then he was gone.
Yeah.
So yeah, a few guys, man. It was a few guys, but for the most part, it was kind of guys like me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Didn't get drafted. We were over there trying to find a way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
you brought that money, that pro money back, and
helped my family a little bit.
There we go.
You know, so helped my family a little bit. They were proud.
Yeah.
But definitely, man, it's I don't know. It was a hell of a ride.
You mentioned Mama earlier.
Oh, of course, Mama, man. Rest in peace, man. My mom passed away 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So being a mama's boy, being the only boy, took that tough. That's probably one of the reasons why I wasn't over here yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He dealt with a little bit of loss. I mean,
best friend, everything, man. 2021, Odell, man.
Okay. I thought you were saying Mom was, but no.
Odell, yeah. He passed away in June of this year.
Yeah.
So. Rest in peace to him too, man.
Absolutely.
But, it's the best way to honor the dead is to live.
You better believe it.
So.
Yeah.
On that.
To go out there.
Exactly.
How long were you overseas?
From 2000 to about 2005.
You heard this guy Sullivan Phillips?
The last name sounds familiar. Where'd he play?
He played 11 years over there, different countries. But it was around that time frame.
Gotcha.
That's what made me ask.
I did play against what's old boy that plays for the Knicks right now? RJ Barrett, his dad, Rowan.
Okay.
I played against him. He played for Dijon in France. So it's kind of wild playing against his dad. Now his son is in it. Yeah.
And I think it's
dad. I used to cook his dad.
He's strong, bro.
I just think that's so dope. I mean, like I say, you got basketball players that played in that league level, and you got, Calvin Brown, you got Eric Poole, you got yourself. Y'all held the city down overseas. Y'all came back and y'all brought that money back and y'all took care of your families, man. I think it's honorable, and I think it needs to be mentioned, man. That's. It's one of those. The journey. Most of the time when you're on the journey, you're by yourself. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And a lot of us didn't do it for the notoriety. We did it for the love.
Yeah.
So like I said, as long as there's a mutual respect between us when we see each other, like, man, he could do this, he could do that. I think that's enough, man.
Okay.
That without all the extra sis boom right. Like I told you, I'm kind of.
That's that humble shit. He always humble shit again.
Yeah, I'm good. You know what I mean? I know what I did. You know what I mean?
Right.
And people know what I did.
What's his name though?
Who's that? Hey, that's crazy right there. What you talking about?
I'm talking about, man, it's somebody you went at, man. You used to torch this man.
You knew exactly what he was
You knew. Oh my.
to be sure. Who is
You
it?
said torch him.
Who are they?
Who are they?
Hey, look, it's it's not a one person thing.
Oh, okay.
Like when we on the court, it is what it is. We'll dap up after, but when you in front of me, it's go time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not wasn't a game. It was personal. It was always personal.
God almighty.
It was always personal. Remember, I came from underdog status.
Yeah.
So anytime I had a chance, you gonna remember who I am when before this is over.
That's what's up.
You know, and that's just how that was.
You still ain't dropping no name.
I'm not gonna do that.
Oh my God, man! The camera right there.
And I get that.
Shut up right there.
They know. Hey, they already know. I don't need to do that.
Okay.
I don't need to do that. It's somebody right now probably mad.
Oh.
As soon as they see this, they like, man, that dude, man, every time, he get on my nerves. You know, but I'm back with my humble stuff now. I'm not doing that. Try to set me up, boy. You gonna have somebody come to my job, bro.
I want to get you out here on this DC rapid fire.
Okay.
Your favorite wizard?
Jeff Malone.
Oh,
Jeff Malone, he's a
the
bucket.
shooter.
He's a bucket.
Yeah.
And then when Bernard King, even though it was the end of his career, he was 35, giving you 40.
For sure.
So yeah, buckets, buckets. But by far, then you had Weber and Juwan, but that's a little later.
Yeah.
You know, but that team, they messed that up. I think that was the last time I was a Wizards. That was the last time I was a Wizards fan. They traded away. I mean, just think about it. Ben Wallace went to Detroit. Richard Hamilton went to Detroit. Weber, Sacramento. Juwan Howard got championship with the Heat. Yeah. No championship here. Like every time we get a squad, they send everybody away.
Speaking to the choir, man.
You know.
And now we on our Jordan Poole.
Good luck with that. I ain't on that ride with you, bro.
Give me something.
I ain't on that ride with you.
You ain't rocking with me with that one?
Man. I can't do it no more, man.
How about this? Your favorite mystic?
Nicky McCray. R.I.P.
Absolutely.
R.I.P. Well, and Shamiqua holds claw too. Shamiqua holds claw too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Nobody ever says Nikki.
Oh, she was a bucket.
Yeah, absolutely.
She was a bucket.
Yeah.
You know? And the women's game, they better stop sleeping on the women's game, man.
I keep saying that it's the best. Come on, man. South Carolina, was it South Carolina did just beat LSU?
Yep. No, Colorado.
I'm sorry, Colorado just
beat
LSU.
with fundamentals.
Yeah.
They swing the ball.
Well, in the three,
yeah. But they swing, bucket.
Yeah.
You know, when somebody's passing the ball, like you don't want to play defense that long. You might want to play defense about 4 seconds. Then you come up out your defensive stance, and that's when a great scorer make you pay for it.
I was so excited about the women's game, and I didn't think that I would last season. I didn't think that I would come into this season just as excited. But, you know, you're right.
And there's no favorite.
And God bless God bless Kobe, because Kobe would have took that thing to a whole.
Oh, absolutely.
God,
absolutely.
Take that thing to a whole nother level.
Absolutely. Dang, man.
The most influential person to your basketball career.
My mom. My mom, hands down. She was taking me to the court. Okay. You know what I mean? Make sure, just instill confidence. Yeah. You know what I mean? There'd be times where I don't know if I can do this. She'd be like, yes, you can. But you gotta put the work in. Okay. Like, she was big on work. You know what I mean? You can use excuses all day about what's going on. But the one thing you can control is how hard you work. Yeah. You know, and that's what I stand on.
She never played. She just.
She played high school. Okay. She played, but my mom was 4'11".
Oh, good God.
Yeah,
so mama.
Feisty though.
Come on, mama.
Feisty. Forklift operator, all that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'd rather fight my dad, who was 6'3", 245, than deal with my mama.
Yeah.
That was different. For sure. Yeah, that was different.
God.
Yeah, man.
Your favorite go-go band?
Razzins, man.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think he was gonna have one because he be out there at Baltimore.
But I do a little everything though, man. I do a little everything, man. Essence, man.
Okay.
Alright, what's next, man?
DC's greatest point. Well, DC's greatest point guard.
DC's greatest point guard?
DMV.
Well, I'll do DC's first.
Okay, good. Okay.
Point guard, man. You got Tutu. You got
Pep Tyson?
Yes.
Yeah. And these guys you played against.
Yeah. You go back further, Charles Smith, Kurt Smith.
Charles Smith was a point?
He was whatever he decided to play that day. Go back and look at
No disrespect.
If you don't go back and look at them highlights, left hand, right hand, the hezzy, man, please. And he coached me.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm biased.
There we go.
But DMV wise, that's tough, man.
Yeah.
That's tough.
You talking about a city?
Well, Sean Johnson, Largo High School, 95.
Okay. He's one.
Mario Miller, Largo High School, 93. Oh, we gonna represent all day.
All day. We was hoping so.
Oh, absolutely. Nicky Edmonds at High Point, good point guard. Lewis Bullock, point guard. And then the Joker could shoot with either hand. He's shooting threes with the left. It was ridiculous. Joe Childress. So that's a lot of guys, man. We're gonna need more than this. Yeah. You know what I mean? To keep going through the history. But overall, I put us against anybody in the whole country.
Absolutely.
Anybody.
Absolutely.
And I say that with a straight face.
Yeah, for sure.
Anybody.
Absolutely.
It's definitely in the water.
That's what's up.
And they got that documentary on Netflix, about the New York point guards. And no disrespect to them, but it should have been here first. I don't care.
Well, it was done by New York guys.
Okay.
So now maybe somebody here, Dwayne Foote,
Only
need to go back.
Tuesday. Only on Tuesday. we can make it happen on Tuesday.
So we might have to do the DMV point guards with Dwayne Foote.
There we go.
Hey, it's inspirational credit for me though. Appreciate that.
Yeah, my man.
But
what are you doing right now? I mean, are you contributing to basketball in any capacity?
Getting ready to. So whole thing is, I've been 100% focused on dad.
Okay.
I didn't want to, and I've had coaching offers, but I didn't want to take anything that would take time away from my own home.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially nowadays. I mean, it's so many influences with your kids.
Yeah.
If you ain't in control of that, somebody else is.
Yeah.
So I just definitely wanted to make sure that I was there. But now that everybody's getting older, it's time. It's time to get back in it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's time to get back in it.
You still hoop?
Nah. I may go shoot every now and again, bro. Nah, man. I tore my patella tendon in 2020. Hooping. Too long.
I loom heavy, Lee. I loom heavy.
Too long. I played too. So if I'd have left after 5 games, I'd have been good. My dumb butt once stayed 9 or 10. Man, I'm in their 30s.
Yeah.
Not 40s. I was 40-something. Too long. 5-game minimum. So, I'll go out there and shoot, do some skill work, but as far as up and down, I haven't done it in 2 years. Yeah. I stay in shape, though.
Shauna, any questions? Mark? Dread, you good? Yes, sir.
What?
Yeah, Lee, that's it? You good, Lee?
Yeah, I'm good.
My man. Hey.
Appreciate y'all having me.